lesson of today is huge, huge. Every time you push, you repel. It's been really difficult today to deal with a man who tried to sell this incredible thing to me and Tomasz. So I tell you the story. We were walking my dog around, our neighborhood, and we took her to the restaurant where they have like 4 dogs so that she can meet them. And as we came there, we randomly met this girl who works for a hotel chain that we know, and we've been to their hotels and everything. And she offered us, to pick us, that she can pick us up, she can bring us home, and we just enjoy the hotel in Hoi An, which is like half an hour from Da Nang. And we can do whatever we want, and then we receive these 7 days of accommodation in the hotel, and we'll get a voucher of like $30, which is a lot in Vietnam. We can get a really great dinner for that, and that's all. Well, the naive Martina thought that that's it, that if we just go there, just enjoy and see how it feels. No, they actually tried to sell us this membership, which is amazing. Like, you can travel all around the world, you can stay in their places, and you pay a one-time fee, and then it works with the points and all of that. It was really a great thing. However, the person who tried to close this deal with us triggered me. Triggered me so much that I cried. It's not funny, I literally cried. I had a really hard time. My mind was really loud, my self-critic was judgmental, I felt shame, I felt guilt, I felt everything in one package, which is great, because obviously it's inside of me, and I'm grateful if someone triggers this in me, because like, you want to feel, you want to release these emotions, and I love anyone to do that, because like, how else am I gonna feel my feelings? That's what we came here for. To experience all of this. However, this man tried so hard to push it on us that Tomasz told him 3 times that we're not gonna take it today. Now, mind you, before, we spent there like 5 hours. He was like the best friend to us, okay? It was a guy who is from Australia, he's a surfer, and was like, oh my god, you're hired, you're so amazing, all of these kind of things. And I felt so genuinely amazing in their presence. However, the moment we started to just say no, because this is not what is our priority right now, it would completely change the direction we operate in our life. We try to, what we plan is to settle and to like be more in one place, and this would basically just make us travel around the world, which is exactly what we would want a few years ago, but right now we're not that sure. So we're like, you know what, we're not gonna say yes today. Today it's a no. And he's like, but why is it a no? You said it's amazing. And then 3 times Tomasz said, like, we're not gonna take it today. And he completely changed, this man completely changed the way he was treating us. He got triggered. And so there's one question, and I felt that. I really felt the connection between us before, and I felt the disconnection after. And all these, wounds and all the things started to come up, like, did I do something wrong? Why do I feel so uncomfortable to say no? Why does the person change the way they treat me when I do not buy what they're selling? Why does it have to be such a big deal? And like, there's this theory, and there's this one question that I love to ask myself whenever something like this happens. It's not about the person or what happened. It's about me. I created this for myself to have this experience, to grow, to evolve through all of these emotions that I felt. And I asked myself, what do I feel like is being done to me? And once I answered that, the second half of the question is, and what part of me does this to myself? And I, for the love of God, couldn't figure out what it was. Was it like the rejection, that once I wasn't playing along and I didn't do what the guy wanted me to do, then he changed the way he treats me? Yes, I do that to myself whenever I feel like, whenever I feel some undesired, not negative, undesired emotion to me. We all have our specific emotions that we do not like to experience. Yeah, I know I have the pattern of not accepting myself that. easily. And I'm in the process of learning to love myself through any emotional experience I have. Because probably also you learn that, you know, some emotions are great to feel, and then others are punished and they're not wanted and they're rejected. And this self-rejection is my lifelong pattern. So I was like, yeah, okay, he mirrored that to me. What else could he mirror? It's like abandonment, like when I don't live up to someone's idea of, you know, who I should be, they leave. Yeah, I was like, yeah, it is my kind of recurring theme. There were people who just abandoned me, and also I abandoned myself when I do or used to, or it's a pattern as well that I'm breaking and I'm aware of and I'm observing with love at this point of my life. But before, you know, if I didn't have the perfect body, if I didn't have the perfect space, I would really abandon myself. I would not love myself. And so it was also that, but I wasn't really sure. And then we were in a taxi, and this is the power of really having amazing partner who together with you can reflect on things. Because yeah, there's two parts of experience when you have something like this, like you get triggered emotional. One thing is to feel safe, to feel the emotions in your body, and to understand it's safe to feel whatever. That's one half. Other half is to maybe also articulate what happened. That's for the mind, right? And so he was like, you know what? I think I know what it is. He was like, did you feel how he was pushing? Because he believed that we need to buy it today, but he doesn't know we might actually buy it later because it was great. We just didn't want to do that decision and make the decision at the spot. And he really needed that, or it was his absolute goal of the day. And when it didn't go the way that he pushed it to go, he completely like resisted it and he got triggered and he started to be like, you know, all aggressive, all of that. And he wasn't happy with how things were going. And that was it. Every time you push, you repel. And Tomasz was like, can you see this pattern in your life? In other areas of your life, whenever you try to push to make videos, whenever you try to push to make content for Magnetic Couples bracelets, you push yourself to not rest but to do something for money. Can you see how you repel joy, the money as well, and just like feeling good doing what you love to do? Because I know in my body how it feels to push something, and I know how it feels to allow things to happen on them by it themselves. I'm still getting enough evidence and enough reps to trust that I don't need to try so hard and I don't need to push things to happen. They happen by themselves. Like this girl, we literally wanted to go to Hoi An for a trip because that's where we're moving in May, which is like in 2 weeks. And we wanted to explore Hoi An. And next day we meet a girl who invites us to Hoi An, like for beautiful trips to see a great hotel and experience, you know, the things that they have there, the pool, the garden, the food, whatever. And so I know that allowing feels amazing, and it is the way. It is about being able to receive. However, if you don't feel that safe in receiving and you're still in this transitional phase, it's really easy to slip into pushing and forcing and going and hustling, and I need to do this, I need to post, and you think you're gonna get somewhere, but no. And Tomasz was like, every time from now on, try this. Like every time you try to push something, think of this guy. How did you feel when he was doing this to you? That's you doing that to you and others every time you push and force something. I have to check if the video is going. It is. Oh my god, I still have storage space. That's great. That's like surprise. This is meant to be happening and meant to be recorded. So many times I recorded video that didn't actually go through. Anyways. So yeah, and now every time I'm gonna try to push, which is absolutely not this video because I'm just like so excited to share this. Even, yeah, with you, whoever's watching this, but also just like do this and record this for myself, encapsulate this lesson. Because it's the experience we are here for. We're not here for being sold to, also that is all part of the package. But honestly, that's for entertainment. We are here for evolution and growing. And how do we grow? It's through feeling the emotions, through going through the things, through realizing, learning, not doing that the next time and whatever. And honestly, just being present with what is and doing what we love. essentially. Just like really learning to trust that we can rest, we can do things without pushing. Sweet baby Jesus, pushing. I think like I'm Pushtina, I'm not Martina. Yeah, so this was my lesson today, and I just wanted to record it for myself and for you, and maybe this gave you something. And if it did, I'm great. I'm great, anyways. But if it did, great. But it gave me so much because I was able now, through this video, reflect and articulate what I experienced. And I believe, you know, as girls, we understand ourselves better when we speak things out loud, and especially me, I'm very big like a manifestor, throat person. That's why I started to make these videos. It helps me on a soul level to do this. So if it helped you, I'm so grateful, but it definitely helped me. And thank you for watching. If you're watching this, I'm really new into this, so speaking to my camera and say to the camera, thank you for watching, phone. Thank you, iPhone. Love you. Subscribe, like, and comment. You can, and I'm gonna say it anyways, but just wanted to share this, and I'm so happy I did. So that's it. Bye.